Hello, Earth signs. Welcome into your reading from your spirit self. All right, for the week of the 18th, I did a collective yesterday, which encompassed yesterday, the 17th. So this is going to go through. Got cards flipping already here. Okay. The 23rd. All right, let's see what we have as a shadow message. Shadow message. I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite for you today. Okay. Two more, please. Can I get two more, please, for the Earth signs? Two more cards for the Earth signs, and then I'm going to pull an oracle and an angel card for you. This is for the week of the 28th through the 23rd, shadow self message. What do you want the Earth signs to know? Okay. Let's pull a Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler card for you, and then we're going to pull an angel message for you as well. Hope everybody's well. It is cold in Florida. I'm freezing. All right, let's see. I've got my velvet pants on, my velvet trousers. All right, let's see what else. Let's pull an angel message as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. If you're not new, welcome back. You know how this works. I'm going to read your oracle first, and then I'm going to read your spread, and then I am going to read your angel card. All right, so let's get started. We've got protected by angels. You are cherished by angels. I love getting this card. You know, we often pray and meditate, but then we wonder, no, that's not often a lack of faith. It's just that human experience. Are the angels really protecting me? They say they are. I've asked for it. I've prayed about it. And then this card confirms it. You are protected by angels. Helps us to rest a bit easier when we can place our confidence in something that's protecting us, right? All right, Earth signs. I like that for you. Protected by angels. All right. So let's see. Let me pull your cards down here so you can see them. They're all read in the reverse because it's the shadow message. All right. So for the week, what the Earth signs need to be aware of, and I'm going to show you your cards and then I'm going to read them. You've got the Queen of Wands. Okay. The Queen of Wands. She's usually in the upright, very carefree, fun, right? We've got the Page of Swords in reverse. These are all reversed cards. We've got the Three of Swords in reverse. I like that one in the reverse. We've got the World card in the reverse. We've got the Fool in the reverse. And then we've got the King of Cups in the reverse. All right, so let's see what this is all about for the Earth signs. For the week, what does the shadow want Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus to know? So let's start with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Let's see what that's about. Okay. In the reverse. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to read the positive and the negative, okay? Remember that everything has two sides. You've got the good and the bad, the light and the dark. And I said this last week when I started doing the shadow messages. You've got to be aware that you've got a dark side in order to navigate through it, manage it, right? We all have it. It's no different than the universe setting forth night and day. Light and dark, right? So this is within us. Remember, we are star DNA. And if you don't believe me, look it up for yourself. That's what we are composed of. What's in the universe makes us up, right? So we're no different. We've got light and dark within us. So in the upright, if I were to read this to you, it would be about positivity, growth, expectation, and using your intuition. However, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, which is the shadow message, gossiping, being hard-hearted, cold, and domineering. All right, so one or all of these things could show up. Wow, that literally jumped right out of my hands. Whoa. This could show up. Being hard-hearted, cold, domineering towards somebody, gossiping. Okay, so be well aware of that this week. Then we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Let's see what that's about in the reverse. In the upright, it's all about newness and communication, clarity, change, and thoughtfulness. In the reverse, however, irritable, unwanted, unknown, and in denial. All right, so be aware of that. Your mood may not be so great if some of these shadow sides come out. Could be irritable towards people. Think about the character that we're reading so far. Domineering, irritable. Be aware of those things. You know, negative energies can have negative outcomes. That's why you need to know this so that you can turn it around for yourself. All right, let me look up the Three of Swords. I do like this card in the reverse. You know, in the upright is when it's not so great, right? That's when we have conflict, pain, heartache, hurt. But in the reverse, passionate, faith, precision, and inspection. Okay? So I like this card better in the reverse, guys. Although it's the shadow side of something, it's the reverse of heartache. Remember, there's the yin and the yang, right? So you're very precise. Your thinking can be more precise, right? With this card, you can actually be more passionate about things and actually have more faith. All right, that's one of those cards that's actually better in the reverse than it is in the upright. Moving on to the World card, and then we'll wrap some of this up and tie all these loose ends together. So give me a moment. All right, having the World card in the upright means that you had gone through the entire major arcana, right? Because it's the last one. That means you've come full circle in whatever it is you're doing in the upright. However, in the reverse, self-involved, hindsight, regret, and unwilling. Okay? You're not going to be very cooperative with the people that are around you this coming week. You're going to act in hindsight, not foresight, if you're not aware. You can be too self-involved and forget what the needs of others are. And then you can start acting off of the regrets that you think you have, right? So be aware of that. That World card in reverse can be quite impactful, especially with it being the last card of the major arcana. So you want to be highly aware of all of those things. Being self-involved, using too much hindsight. That actually means you go ahead, you do something without thinking, and then you process it. Then you regret it. Kind of all ties together. All right, the Fool. And that's, it's funny that you've got, look at this. You've got two major arcana out here. You have the last card of the major arcana, and you've got the very first card of the major arcana. First and last are in reverse here. I don't know what that says about everything in between, right? All right, let's go to the Fool. All right, escaping, irresponsible, ignorance, unprepared, and impetuous. This is not a good card to have in the reverse, okay? There's escapism going on here, not acting responsibly. You know, this is more very immature, childlike behavior when it's in the reverse. And then you put it together with this card, which is, again, irresponsible, right? You know, just a sign of ignorance all around. You don't want to be like that. You don't want to be perceived like that, right? Not even just perception. It's about not being that, right? Using all of your faculties to move through something in a positive manner, to be kind, to be supportive, to be responsible. All of the things that the shadow is saying you may not be if you're not aware of it. You know, if we're aware of something, we can turn and we can shift it, right? We may not be able to change it completely because some of it is going to linger because it has to be there, but we can shift it to the point that it doesn't impact us quite as heavily if we're aware of it. And you know, the same is with the good. We can be overly good. We can be overly giving. We can be overly kind to the point where some of these vultures out here see it as being a weakness. We may have to dial that back as well. So it's always about keeping that balance between the light and dark, the good and the bad, all of that, right? That's what it's all about. It's not just about the shadow side flipping to the light. It's also about the light having to flip a little bit into the shadowy side of things. So it's a balance. All right, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups in reverse. Unfaithful, unhappy, dishonest, and holding grudges. You know, this could be in your personal life or in your work setting, so be careful of that. You know, loyalty is important both with family and in your work environment. You must be loyal to what you're doing. You know, if it's something that you want out of and that you don't want to be a part of, get out with integrity. But don't work under unfaithfulness or dishonesty. Don't hold grudges against people or situations because that's unforgiveness. And you don't want to operate in unforgiveness. We must operate in forgiveness. And then unhappy, well, happiness is what you decide. It's what you make it, right? You don't pray to God or whoever your source is and says, please make me happy today. You go within and you find joy and happiness in some of the smallest things that are around you. Your pets, your home, your health, right? Your friends, your loved ones. Find happiness in what's already been given to you and then be grateful for it. Be thankful. Okay, guys, so one of the things, you know, holding grudges, being unkind. The only thing I will say here is the passion that comes out. Make sure that you're channeling that passion correctly. Don't do dishonest things. Be truthful. Even if you think it's going to hurt someone, it hurts a lot less and it lingers for a shorter amount of time if you can be forthcoming. But don't be dishonest. Don't hurt people with your lies and your being unloyal or being dishonest. Don't do that to someone else. Remember, that comes back around. That's karmic, and you don't want that. We have, if you were on a spiritual ascension, we've released that. We've cleaned that mess up, right? Or we wouldn't even be here right now. You don't want to reel back into that. And that's what the shadow can often do. We can take 10 steps forward in the light, and when the shadow comes around, then we end up taking 12 steps back, right? So we don't want to do that. And that's what this reading is all about. It kind of prevents that from occurring. All right, and then let's read your Denise Lynn Sacred Traveler card here. I'm sorry, the angel card. Celeste. A happy move to a new home, place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy. And that's sort of what I saw in the shadowy message here. That you may be struggling with maybe a job or something within your household, that you want something new and fresh and more positive to go to. So do this and move through this with integrity, not with dishonesty and not with disloyalty. You'll achieve the same outcome doing it the right way. Okay? Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. You will achieve the same outcome by doing it correctly, doing it kindly, doing it honestly and loyal, with integrity. All right? Okay, I hope you enjoyed your shadow self message for the week. Stay warm, everybody. I send you lots of love and light, and I'll see you next time.